Roger was asked to speak in front of the class by Lionel Menzies, who is Jemmy's principal and Rob Cameron's cousin. So now we get this great scene where he is able to preach to Jemmy's class. But before he shows up at the school, him and Brianna have a conversation, just like in the books, about the tunnel and her seeing and feeling the ley line from the stone circles. I also did a separate video about that. If you want to do the deep dive, you can find it on my page. But when Roger is packing up his things to leave, he accidentally grabs his book, The Hitchhiker's Guide to Time Travel. Slight change from the books. In the books, he only has a page that's slipped in amongst the other hymns that he is bringing to the school, and you'll find out why that's important in a second. I actually really liked this scene. I thought that Richard Rankin shined in this scene, particularly as Roger. I think him and Bree are more likable to me in the 1980s than they are back in time. That might just be me, but my personal preference is them in the future. And he sings for the class and has them join in, and he references his father, Reverend Wakefield's hymns that he brought with them, and has Jemmy and his classmate Bobby, who is Rob Cameron's nephew, hand those out to the class. And we see sitting amongst the parents, Rob Cameron, our favorite shady man. At the end of the class, he approaches Roger and tells him how much he enjoyed it. Roger shakes his hand, and you can tell that he doesn't like Rob because he knows what happened in the tunnel. And then Rob hands him back his book. He returns it under the guise of, oh, Roger must be writing a fictional story. And Roger, you can tell, is very apprehensive that someone has read what he wrote about time travel down in this book. The biggest change in this scene, which I didn't particularly care for, is in the books when he returns the sheet of paper to Roger, he invites himself to Lallybroch by asking to see more from Reverend Wakefield's paperwork. But in the show, they've chosen for him to come over for dinner because he wants a home-cooked meal, which seemed very odd to me. And where Roger immediately disliked him at the beginning of this interaction, why are you then inviting him over for dinner? He locked your wife in a tunnel. Meanwhile, Jamie and Ian show up at the fort and they try to devise their plan to rescue Claire. Jamie wants to get her at nighttime and sneak into the camp, but Ian insists that he go because he is Mohawk, and at this point the Mohawk have agreed to work alongside the British and ally with them. So come back for part 4 where we break that scene down.